Hi, Annie. What you doing under that tree? What you doing under that tree? Annie's watching me today. So this one involves my mom, and we're building a ramp so we can take her in and out of the house with a wheelchair. Up until now, she's been able to use the steps, but after she fell and cut her hand really bad, she can't really use her walker like she used to, and we just see that we're going to need it. So I've been doing some measuring and went to Lowe's it was one day this week, and got this trailer full of supplies. Let me show you what I got. Bought these deck blocks. I don't know that I'm going to need as many as I bought, but I bought 6. And I've got 5/8" plywood in there, some 2x4s and some 2x6s, and some 1x4s, maybe for railing. So there's my supply wagon. And you can see I'm already starting to create a mess over here. This deck, I built this deck back in 2006 when we had the room added, when I was living with Mom and helping her out back in the 2007. And then I moved into my house when 2017 for about 10 years. So anyway, I made 2 steps coming off this, and I never did put a railing because it's just a way to get in. We don't really sit out here or anything. That's why there's no chairs, no children in the family, so it's okay like that. So this is sort of like just what that's not how it's going to be, but I'm laying it out. That's my measurement. My first run is going to start there and come to these posts that I've got. Now this is these 2 blocks with the 4x4, and that's redwood. It's some redwood that I was given a long time ago, and I've been hanging on to it, and it'll come in handy for this. So that's where my first run is going to come to. So right now I'm working on sawing up the 2x4. These will be like my stud supports, and it's going to have 2x6 side rails. So anyway, right now I'm cutting the 2x4s over here on my work table. And I'm just using a circular saw, because that's the only saw I have right now. I used to have a table saw, but I sold it. I had a miter saw. I sold that back in a long time ago. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. So we'll see how the progress goes. I'm going to make it approximately 35 inches wide. I was going to go with 36, but if I bring it down to 35, then I can use an entire 2x4, the length, to make these support pieces. So I decided to do that. I'm going to sacrifice that inch. Her wheelchair is only, from edge to edge, it's 27. I hear a pileated woodpecker. So I've got 4 sewn, and I've got actually 5, because I've got one over here. I'm using it as a template. So I'm going to see how many I need. I guess I'm going to do them 24-inch on center. I think will work. So I have to figure out how many I need for each run. And I'm making 3 sections. I bought wood to do 3 sections. I'm going to come down this way, and I don't know if it works for me to just go straight out, I will. If it doesn't encompass the entire ground here, because we have to be able to get around, to get in and out of the gate and to do yard maintenance and stuff. I don't want it to go all the way over to the edge of the yard. So if it has to turn, it's going to turn right here and go towards the gate. What are you doing, you lazy thing? Got my helpers watching, make sure I'm doing the right thing. Flossie. Okay, here's what I've gotten to the point of so far. So it's shaping up. You can see I built a square. It's just rudimentary carpentry, what I used up to this point. You can use a saw, a screwdriver, and a hammer, and a level, and a square. you can do this. That's about as far as we're going to get today. Got this first section framed. This is just laying here for now. This has nothing to do with the framing. So the next step will be to continue on with the framing. I think I am going to go this way instead of trying to go all the way out here. It's just going to be awkward trying to maintain the yard and all getting the mower around here. So I'm going to turn there and come out this way. The boss is here now. Hey, boss man. Hey, little buddy. Casey. Casey. He can't hear. Casey. He can't hear and he barely can see. Casey. Hey, little buddy. Watch when I touch him. Little buddy. Hey, now you heard me. Hey, little fella. He's 15 years old now, so he's getting really wobbly and weak and poor little guy. But he still comes out and he does, ooh, he's tired. He comes out and pokes around. He still does his bathroom chores. Sleeps most of the time. He's my love bug. Are you my love bug? Yes, he is. He's a sweet boy. Okay, that's a wrap for I have a helper today. I wasn't videoing. I thought I was videoing and I wasn't. This is my helper today. So we've already started on the second section of the ramp. I'm getting ready to put in that rail there. I decided to come down and make our turn down here so we'll have more room to navigate between the gate, which is here, and the ramp. So if I turned there and came down, which I wanted to do, I was going to end up over here, not lined up with the gate, and it would be awkward, especially if you have a stretcher. It wouldn't be much room, so this will be better. So we're going to make this second run go down to that level and then turn here. And right here will be the other section to go up. Anyway, that's the plan. Stan. Got my good helper over here. Got my tools all set. It's hot. I'm sweating today. This is October in South Carolina. It just flip-flops between summer and fall. So I'm trying to charge my my hammer drill. The battery didn't charge well last night. I had it in all night and it just isn't working. The light's not coming on, so I think my charger's gone bad. So I'm having to use a regular drill to run my screwdriver. Okay, we'll catch up later. Looks like I hit a root. Okay, so I had to dig down a little bit, put the level on this. It's almost level, it's not perfect, but anyway, it's within the little two lines. So this is my side rail. The other one is going to start here and go across that way. Yeah, anyway, right now I'm getting ready to attach these two side rails. Right there, that's where I'm working. Hey, Floss. She had to come over and say hi. Say hi, Flossie. Say hi. And one's after Mom. Okay, we ran into one snag. I had this block and that other one too, level in the ground, but I needed to put them in a slope. So I took that one out and redug the front and made it more to slope. And it looks like making the turn here is going to be beyond my skill set. I don't know how to adjust the level of this coming up from 0 and that being at a gradual slope. I don't know how to get the two together. So I'm just going to come straight out. I think I have enough room to end about 3 to 4 feet beyond that. So that's the new plan. I know. Lunch. I'm getting ready to come and get it. Thank you. I mean, I can keep her on Wednesday, you know. It's not a big deal. Switch around. Did I turn that on?
We're going to take you to the doctor on Thursday.
So this is what I ended up doing, since I was having some problems figuring it out. I tapered the last section by cutting the 2x6 into like an angle so that it tapers down almost to ground level there. And now I'm putting in the all the cross braces, the 2x4s. So it's coming along. This is not how I wanted it to be, because this is going to really be awkward with doing the lawn maintenance and getting things in and out of the gate, but it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Okay, this is where I'm stopping for the day. I might end up adding 2 more support beams in the middle of, let's see, one in the middle of that section and one in the middle of that section, because I have 2 blocks left. See right there, I could use one. That's an 8-foot span. 8-foot span, and just do 1 block with a post going up and attached to one of those cross pieces in each one, and that should make it really strong. I want it to hold you know, at least 2 people and an apparatus. So I don't know, sometimes it would be 3 people if it's 2 EMTs and a stretcher, and Mom, she's about 135, so 200 for each EMT. That's about 550 weight limit. Anyway, pick it up tomorrow. Good night. Say good night, Flossie. Whoops. I'm going to picture you. Look at that. Good morning. So it's day 3 of our ramp build. We kind of skipped day 2 because I forgot to bring the camera out. But you can see, yeah, we're putting the sheathing on. That's how we decided to go with sheathing, because it's the cheapest way to go. So I'm cutting, trimming, and then putting the screws in, you know, to hold it down, so to make it easier to dismantle. I've used screws where I could. There's going to be a little bit of a thing here at the end, so let's figure that one out. Okay, pick it up. I'm getting ready to cut this board, this piece of plywood. You can see I've got a chalk line. Maybe you can see. The sun is really strong right now, so I don't even know if I'll be able to see it. There's a chalk line here. I'm going to cut the length, then I'm going to cut the width. Alright, the final section is in place. So now we're going to put the wheel guides on. I'm going to put some, excuse me, I just had some coffee. I'm going to put, I'm going to take this scrap and cut it down the middle. And we're going to put it here on the sides, like so, so that we can't accidentally roll the chair off the platform. Or on purpose. You think that's funny, Nana?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I thought it funny.
You're hilarious. Are you really cold?
Yeah, I'm cold.
Oh, okay. It was a pretty day. Okay, we got our little wheel rails, is what I'm calling these, on. So this way we don't get a wheel off the edge. And that could cause an accident. So we got our wheel rails. Now the next thing is going to be the handrails. And we don't have, because that was kind of something we were going to figure out at the end. And we just went over it. So what we're going to do is get some lag bolts to attach these to the side. We're going to put a rail on at least one side. And depending on what it might cost, we'll figure that out and see if we're going to put it on two sides. So that's where we're at. Pretty cool. Got my assistant over here. Hello, pretty girl. Good morning, everybody. This is like day 3 or 4 of the ramp build. And we had a couple of days of weather delay. So it's really like 4 or 5 days later. I don't know. Anyway, so here's my ghetto transition strip, as my son called it, ghetto. I went to the scrapyard because I just didn't have anything around here to make this transition so that you could, you know, go from that to that. So I went to the scrapyard, and all they had was really big pieces of iron that would have to be cut and all that, and it was very difficult. But she said, I'll give you this. I found that. She said, walk around. I found this. These are actually parts of a computer cabinet. So it's thin enough, you know, to taper down to nothing. And so what I did is I took an old brick, cement brick, and broke it into pieces. And I have pieces of cement brick under here to make it strong. And you can see it moves a little bit, but when you're rolling a chair off of it, it rolls right off. So that's going to work for now, or maybe forever. Who knows? Anyway, it's on there. I screwed it in place. And you know, like, if you're the one who's pushing it, you can walk down and basically step off like that. So you don't have to, like, step right on it. So now we're working on the rails, hopefully. I think I jumped the gun when I put this on, so I think I'm going to take that off. It's only a few screws holding it. And put my rails posts up and then put this between them. That makes more sense. So, you know, you live and learn. They're watching. Look at Annie. This is what they do. I guess it's just a bad habit. They chew sticks. They don't swallow them. They just break the piece off and drop it on the ground. And they both do it. It's a nervous habit, I guess. If they have bones, which they don't have any right now, they'll chew bones. She's watching the male person go by. Okay, so here's where we're at. I've almost got the rail on one side. As you can see, it is not to code. It's not every 6 inches or whatever. But I am going to buy some more wood to do a middle rail. I just wanted to get it on where it's usable for now. And I have to put a second rail on. I think it needs it. I had only wanted to put one, but when you get up there and you start walking, when you get about halfway, you sort of feel like I could fall off of here. All of us old, wobbly people. We're not old and wobbly, but as you get older, you lose your balance. Your balance equilibrium gets off. So that's where I'm at. So you can see what I did. I cut my posts, or my uprights. They're not really posts because I didn't put them in the ground. These are 42 inches. And what I did is, I was going to use those, like I say, those anchor bolts, but I changed my mind. I put 2 in, and honestly, they don't hold it any better than just the regular screws, the 3-inch wood screws. So that's what I ended up doing. I put 3 3-inch wood screws in the side. So as you see, when I took the skirt off, the wheel rail, as I called it, off, I had thought I was going to cut it, but I said, why did I do that? I'll just put it on the inside. I have plenty of room. So that saved time. So now I'm going to finish up. I'm going to put the last rail on, and then I'm going to take the skirt board off that side, the wheel rail off that side, so I'll be prepared. And then I'm going to have to go buy some more 2x4s. I have enough to do. See, I got 2 there, and I got 1 there. This is my last one there. I need 8. So 2, 4, 6. I got to buy 1 more 2x4. And then I've got to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more 1x4. Sorry, I'm aiming up the sky. And then I'm going to paint it and call it done. Since we didn't even get like a building permit to do this, I don't even know if you have to have one. It's not attached to the house. It's attached to the deck. So I don't know how, I don't even know. I've never gotten a building permit to do anything I do. Like I built that deck, I didn't use a building permit. You know, I built my shed, I didn't use a building permit, none of that. If they come to me with any complaints though, I could make this rail board to code pretty easy. So anyway, it's temporary anyway, it's not permanent, and I'm trying to make it where it can be easily dismantled if we get to the point that we don't need it anymore, or if we ever decide to sell this house and we don't need it. So anyway, one more section. I'd rather spend this beautiful Saturday birding. If I get this section done, I might take off. You know how the other people go fishing, I go birding. It's a nice sunny morning after a cold night, and I went to Lowe's yesterday and got the wood I need to finish the project. So I'm going to get started on it. First I have to go in and make them aware that I'm here before I start sawing and hammering. Got some more screws. Got my batteries on charge right now. I'm going to be doing some sawing first thing this morning. Okay, the ramp is finished. I do have 1 or 2 little tiny things I'm going to do, just because I'm going to sand the top rail so splinters won't get us. And I'm going to cut these sharp edges. I'm going to round those over because I don't want anybody to whack their arm on that. And then we'll paint it. And that's it. So here it is. It's holding me quite well, as you can see. It's pretty sturdy. Okay, I'm not even going to say $180 saved, because I'm sure it would have been a lot more than that to make this ramp. I don't even know how long it is. Let's see. 8, 16, 17, 18. It's about a 20-foot long ramp. I'll have to give you a final total. Everything is not totally like straight and level. Look, you can see this post is out of whack. But I don't even care, because it's probably going to be dismantled at some point. It's not permanent. I'll give you a financial wrap-up when I'm finished. I took a few things back, and I got 1 to take back. I bought 1 too many. I don't know how that happened. So anyway, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Of course, I'm tired today, so I'm going to go have lunch, and I'll do my final wrap-up later or tomorrow. Hi, Jimmy. Well, the ramp is finished. It's painted. And today is November 24th, I believe. And I finished the ramp. I'll have to look. I think it was about November the 5th. And unfortunately, my mother only got to use the ramp 3 times. And she passed away on November the 12th. So I'll be taking the ramp down. I love you, Mom. And I always will. Hey.
Wave at her, Mom. Wave at her.
I made a face at her.
Obstinate to the end.